Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
Nigeria's Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Temepri Silva, is optimistic that days of massive fuel importation into the country and proliferation of illegal refineries in the Niger Delta will soon be over. He made the observation recently during an inspection of ongoing construction of Azikel Refinery, a multi-billion naira hydroskimming refinery project in Obuna, Bayelsa State. Correspondent Chika Bodozie has more.
In 2015, Azikel Petroleum, a subsidiary of Azikel Group, was granted license to build and operate a hydroskimming refinery in Bayelsa State. Having secured a breakthrough in business, the company acquired a vast space covering about 20 hectares of land and devised a strategy to develop the refinery in two phases, beginning with its onshore component. In just about 5 years, the 12,000-barrel hydroskimming refinery, first of its kind in the country, has become a reality, with its buildings, storage tanks and ancillary utilities already in place. For Chief Temepri Silva, Azikel Refinery has come at the right time to boost Nigeria's crude oil refining capacity and provide better opportunities for youths engaged in illegal crude refining activities in the Niger Delta.
The sight that I behold before me is quite inspiring. It is our chance now to jump on this boat, to develop local capacity, to be at the core of this industry, which is at the core of the economy of Nigeria.
After waiting anxiously for the federal government to fulfill its promise of establishing modular refineries across 6 states of the South-South geopolitical zones in the last 3 years, the establishment of Azikel Refinery comes as a huge relief for youths in the Niger Delta.
You can only imagine the number of employment that will be generated when this refinery is completed. The local capacity that will be developed, that I can see already being developed. Every thanks go to Mr. President for granting this license, and this is a wake-up call for the youths of Bayelsa State and the youths of the Niger Delta. It is this kind of industry that is required from our youths to develop the Niger Delta.
The multi-billion naira Azikel Refinery project is at about 60% completion stage. When completed, it is expected to refine about 1.5 million liters of petrol per day. In addition to petrol, it will process other refined products that will be supplied to neighboring states in the Niger Delta and beyond.
It's a full-fledged refinery, meaning that it produces all the products that you can get from a very, very big refinery. So we have production of about 1.5 million liters of petrol, which is called PMS, every day. We produce 1 million liters of diesel every day, 250,000 liters of aviation fuel, which we use in powering aircrafts. Then we also have 20,000 heavy fuel. We are going to be sending refined product from Bayelsa to the rest of the South-South states, to the rest of Nigeria. The sole purpose is being that we are bent on changing the curve. Nigeria is the 5th largest producer of crude oil in the world, but Nigeria is still the net importer of refined product into Nigeria. We have the mission and the objective that we must have sufficiency of refined product in Nigeria, and Nigeria will then begin to reverse in that curve by being a net exporter of refined product as well as net exporter of crude oil to the rest of the world.
Azikel Refinery is clearly the product of innovation that has placed it far ahead of its peers to becoming the first ever hydroskimming refinery in the country. But for the lockdown imposed across national borders at the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic in the first quarter of the year, the project would have been at a more advanced stage of its completion.
We have 2 sets of major contractors. we have MAMODE, which is the process model contractor, and then we have the EPC contractor, which is Chemitech. Chemitech and the Nigerian staffs on site here are a total of about 370 persons working on site every day, working very aggressively to see that we're able to complete the refinery on schedule and on purpose.
In developing the offshore component of its refinery, Azikel Petroleum is in partnership with a United States-based firm to deliver and install equipment and train its workforce to effectively handle operations in due course. The emergence of Azikel Refinery as a key player in Nigeria's poorly managed downstream sector of the petroleum industry will, without a shadow of doubt, go a long way to address the many hiccups witnessed in the production and distribution of petroleum products across the Niger Delta region and other parts of the country.
Inside the Niger Delta,